My name is Lady Whistledown. You do not know me, and never shall. But be forewarned, dear reader, I certainly know you.
You wore a lot of lovely, lovely fashions on the show. I'm wondering what your best worst dress was. Like, what's the one that you were like, this is the goddess?
I feel like I get really defensive of Penelope's clothes because everyone's like, they're so tacky. I'm like, they're not, they're beautiful. I know Penelope doesn't like them, but Nicola certainly does. Because Ella Marajnik, our costume designer, got to have so much fun and free reign with making the Featheringtons look as OTT as possible. I always think like I know you said the Kardashians, because they used to call us the Regency Kardashians. But the Bridgertons are sort of like Chanel, very classic. And then the Featheringtons are like Versace. It's the more that you can put on, the better. My best worst dress. Oh gosh. There's one, see, I don't think it's terrible, but people may think, I have a dress that's a butterfly dress that you can see in the teaser trailer, but it had this beautiful hand embellished butterfly that had butterflies, all the way up. And for some people that might be too much, because there's also butterflies in my hair and there's so much detail. But I mean, I guess that's my best worst, but I still think it's great.
I was going to say, I did actually really like that one. And I did like all of them. I just like, it was just comparatively like, yeah. I don't think your mom was necessarily thinking about coloring or, stuff like that.
It's a big part of the books too. So I'm so glad they incorporated it.
Did you know going in, I mean, who it was? And then like, what's she doing with all that money? How'd she get it? I mean, how'd she start to begin with? I'm dying to know.
Well, it's funny because when I got cast, I started reading book 4, which is the book which focuses on Penelope. And I also was lurking on fan forums online just to see, what people thought about her and how they felt. And then I just sort of read the line, like, when Penelope is revealed as Whistledown, and I thought I'd misread it. And I kept rereading. I was like, Penelope's Whistledown. Penelope is Whistledown. I am Lady Whistledown. Oh my God. So it was like a huge thing. And then, I sat down with Chris Van Dusen, our showrunner, and I had to sort of awkwardly go, is it definite? Is it me though? Like, can you tell me, am I Lady Whistledown? And he said, no, you are her. So it really changed how I approach the role, because I thought I always had to be cognizant of that Penelope knows everything that's going on. So this might sound really creepy, but I sort of practiced eavesdropping on people's conversations in real life, which is it's not really weird, but just to see what it was like, because I was like, she picks up so much. And she has the advantage slash disadvantage of people not paying attention to her at the balls, but that gives her a superpower where she can see everything. And I always said to the directors, like, may I place myself here in the scene, because I write about this in my column. So I think it would be fun for people to go back and rewatch series 1 with that in mind, to see where she's like, little sneaky person all over the place. And shooting the reveal was the most fun thing in the world. And it's also going to be such a relief for me personally when people know, because I've been carrying around this secret for like a year and a half.
Claudia, I've been wondering sort of about Eloise. Like, I haven't read farther into the series, so I'm sort of like struggling to sort of say, is Eloise like a Jo March where she's just waiting for the right guy to come along, or is she waiting for the right lady, or neither? Do you know what I mean? Like, how much do you know sort of about what Eloise, does she have to grow into the idea of love? What's going on there?
So I know her future in terms of the books. In like, for me, when I'm portraying Eloise, I don't feel like it's a concern of hers. I feel like her concern is like her autonomy. Like, I feel like that's what she thinks about all the time, and just the freedom to be able to make her choices. Because then maybe she would be like, yeah, and then I'm going to meet my person or my other. But like, I actually think she wants the freedom to be able to say yes or no to any of that, rather than what she thinks is a ridiculous display of an odd performance, like this weird ritual, like mad thing. She sees it as bizarre. And, she's constantly reading like feminist literature, and exploring. And then luckily she has her best mate, Penelope, to be able to hash all of this out with. She's got like a sounding board and her best pal who, they get to have these intellectual dialogues, as opposed to, like, I reckon the Bridgertons sort of lovingly roll their eyes when she's sort of going on about stuff like this. But I don't really know. I think it's more about her choice to be able to do it in her way. I think that's what it is.
Let it be known, if there's a scandal, I shall uncover it and share every last detail.